Travel plans grip our imagination this time of the year. Day trips, weekend trips, trips across the country, maybe just trips watching Rick Steves on PBS. Quick runs to the Jersey Shore. I would be tempted to do that today. Short stays, long stays. Certain travel plans involve different languages, cultures, currencies, and climates. Adventures await. Well, Gerasa was hardly a favorite holiday destination for Jews like Jesus in the first century. This was not familiar territory on the eastern side of the Sea of Galilee. Pigs on the hillside are an immediate signal that this is a foreign land with a different cuisine. As Jesus steps out of the boat onto land, a city man with demons meets him. Not much of a red carpet welcome for Jesus here. Where are the city officials with the oversized key and color guard? For a long time, this fellow with the demons has worn no clothing and made his home in the graveyard. That must have been interesting. Contemporary readers might imagine connections between this man and some of those we encounter on the street. Homeless, mumbling, or shouting to themselves. When the afflicted man sees Jesus, he falls down on his knees and shouts at the top of his lungs, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God?" Jesus was commanding the evil spirits to come out of him. The Gerasenes suffered greatly from the convulsions caused by these demons. And the community invested a lot in keeping him under guard, shackled, and handcuffed. He would break loose occasionally, but be tormented by the demons once again and driven into the woods and then readmitted. A vicious cycle indeed. But this fellow is not one of many cases of concern for Jesus. Jesus personally asks him his name. "What is your name?" He said, "Legion." Now, legion literally means 5,000 infantry soldiers. In your life right now, what are the things that make you feel you have 5,000 soldiers marching in your head? What are your worries? What are the racing fears in your life? What are the anxieties? What are the unresolved conflicts and grudges? What are the addictions? What are the competing claims on your attention? Legions of madness, multitudes of anguish, crowds of contradictions. Jesus calls your name, brother. Jesus calls your name, sister. He breaks into your territory to win your freedom from these crippling powers. A whole slew of demons have entered this fellow's, the Gerasene's, life and wreaked havoc. But Jesus fights by the side of this tormented person with what Martin Luther called weapons of the Spirit. The demons beg for mercy. They have liked the temporary residence they've set up in this poor fellow of Gerasa. But now comes the bizarre turn of events in the story. Picture on the flowing hillside a large herd of hogs grazing in leaves. begged Jesus to let them enter these swine. And Jesus gives them the green light. And then the demons leave the poor man and enter the hogs. I'm not sure I know what the pet ministry will do with this story. And the whole herd makes a beeline down the steep bank right into the Sea of Galilee. Splash! Demons lose their life in the drowning pigs. One commentator mentions tongue-in-cheek that this is the etymology of the term deviled ham. When the herdsmen get the picture of this bizarre scene, they run like mad. Their economy has been racked. And tell it to both the farmers and the city folks. Everybody flocks out to gawk at the situation, sort of the same phenomenon you get when there's an accident on I-95. They come to Jesus and find the man from whom the demons have departed, sitting at Jesus' feet as a new disciple, fully clothed and completely sane. The whole event scares the daylights out of all of these witnesses there in the town. They can't handle this new light brought about by Jesus' tenacious presence to make the wounded whole and the possessed go free. All the people gathered around want Jesus to get out of town, get out of here. This is too much disturbance, too much healing. Do they really want this authentic life and genuine peace for themselves? Do we? We have a lot invested, brothers and sisters, in the predictable equilibrium of managing the demons, but not getting rid of them. Jesus travels into this foreign country to set us free to be the people of God. As Jesus gets back into the boat, the fellow from whom the demons have departed asks to go with Jesus. He wants to go along with this Jesus. Jesus has done a lot for him. Turned his life upside down in a great way. Do you blame him? Jesus sets him free and clothes him in the garment of salvation. But Jesus is not contented to be the private fix, but the public Savior for many other people. So the fellow has a new mission. Jesus may have turned him away from the boat. I don't want you to come with me. But he turns him ahead for a new purpose. Go back home and tell them about all that God has done for you. Go home. What do we do after we have participated in the meal of new life that restores our sanity week in and week out and reminds us of our freedom in divine forgiveness? Do we go back to our seats with our private fix of Jesus and create a new prison, inoculate ourselves from God's world? No way. Christ comes in with and under bread and wine, comes in the word and song to free us from the bondage to sin, death, and the 5,000 devils. And then he turns to us and gives us a song to sing for 5,000 souls to hear, starting in our homes and neighborhoods. Thankful hearts and voices raise. Tell everyone